Hi guys, welcome to another video by Optionables. My name is Saket and in this video we are going to discuss about the free trade which happened to 37100 put options. So it is very disheartening for me to see many retailers stop loss actually got triggered at 1930 rupees and many people lost most of their capital and some also lost whatever they had made in previous 1 or 2 years, and that is extremely bad. And all this happened because they had kept stop loss market orders. And actually, when I was talking to the broker, even he told couple of accounts the same price got triggered and even they lost lot of money. So the thing is, this is more of an awareness video where I will try to explain how exactly the stop loss order mechanism works. The idea is, because of this, some other retailer next day shouldn't lose money. So we will be understanding how exactly the stop loss order mechanism works, and if you put stop loss market, what exactly will happen. And these are the things which actually triggered the free trade when people kept stop loss market order. So this is an awareness video, and please do share this with as many people as possible because it will help them also to not be a victim of free trade ever again. So we'll be quickly moving on to the video. Before that, please do hit the like button and share this video with as many people as possible, and do subscribe to our channel for more such content. Thank you guys. Hi guys, welcome to another video by Optionables. So in this video, we are going to try to understand the market mechanism of how exactly a free trade works. The question is, as all of you know, 37100 put option on 3rd of September shot up from somewhere around 400 to 1850 just in matter of few seconds. Even though the market had not moved significantly, the option price did move almost 400% higher. So how did all of this take place? This is what we are going to understand. Later we are also going to discuss what are the possible solutions and how exactly can we counter this particular problem. So to understand this, it is important for us to dissect the situation and try to understand this at a lower level, right? So to do the same, what we will do is, if you see an option contract, there will be thousands of people trading. So there will be thousands of buy order coming in, thousands of sell order coming in every second. So what we will do is, we will try to simplify the situation just to two people in the market. So those two people are A as well as B. So let us say A has purchased 37100 PE at 450 rupees and he has placed a target at 1800 rupees, right? Whereas B has sold at 450 rupees and he has placed a stop loss market at 700 rupees, right? So now let's say this is the only two orders available, right? So now let's say X and Y, they end up trading this particular PE, that is 37100 PE at 700 rupees. So what exactly will happen? So obviously this stop loss will get triggered now. So once this stop loss is triggered, what will the stop loss market mechanism do? It will take the next available ask price in the market. So here there are only two people who have placed the order. So the next available ask price in the market is the price target set by A. So A has put a sell order at 1800 and that is the only available sell order in the market. But what have you instructed the system? You have instructed the system, once it triggers at 700, no matter what is the price in the market. So when you say market, it is always going to take the next available sell price, and that is 1800. So your stop loss is now triggered at 700, but your order will get cleared at 1800 rupees. So even though the market has just fallen slightly, your option has actually got cleared at 1800 rupees. So this also won't be exchange fault because the mechanism of stop loss market itself is such that it will take the next available ask price, right? So now we will complicate this situation a little more by adding two more participants, right? So this time we will add A, B, C as well as D. So let's say A has purchased 37100 PE at 450 rupees. So this time let's say he has placed a target at 700 rupees, right? And B has again sold at 450 rupees, whereas he has placed a stop loss at 600 rupees. So these are the only four participants. So this is stop loss market again, right? So next, let's say C has purchased again at 500 rupees and he has placed a target 1800 rupees. And we have finally D who has sold the option at 500 rupees to C. So these two have traded and these two have traded, right? And he has placed a SLM at 650 rupees. So in this case, what will happen? Let's say the market falls slightly, right? And X and Y again end up trading at 600 rupees. So they trade 37100 PE at 600 rupees. So now it is traded at 600 rupees and this stop loss gets triggered. So when stop loss market is triggered, which is the next available ask price? The next available ask price is at 700 rupees by A. So you can see why this is happening, because there are very less market participants. So there are not many people actively trading in these strike prices. The next available ask price is 700 rupees. So obviously the order will get cleared at 700 because you have instructed clear it at the next available ask price as soon as the stop loss is triggered. So B's order will actually get cleared at 700 rupees even though he has placed a stop loss at 600 rupees. So how much did B lose? He actually lost 100 rupees because he has kept a stop loss at 600. His price actually what it got cleared is 700. So he made a loss of 100 rupees. But what will that do? Once it gets traded at 700 rupees, it will in turn trigger the stop loss of D because it has crossed the price range of 650, triggering the stop loss of D. But for D, the day is really bad because the next available ask price in the market is coming at 1800. So D has actually kept a stop loss of 650 rupees where it has got triggered, right? But his clear price will be the next available price in the market, that is 1800 rupees. So he technically ended up losing somewhere around 1150 rupees just through slippages. Because of the stop loss market placed by D, C's target is hit, right? So the thing is, again, everything comes down to stop loss market. If he had placed a stop loss limit order, instead of 650 stop loss market, if he had placed 670 as stop loss limit, trigger is 650, stop loss limit price is 670. Even in the worst case scenario, it wouldn't have crossed 670 rupees no matter what. The order would have still got executed within the range of 670 rupees. That's why it becomes really important for us to understand the market mechanism, right? So now we will complicate this situation furthermore by adding two more people to this scenario. So now in this scenario, what exactly has happened is A and B have traded at 450 and he has placed a target at 650. This guy has placed a stop loss at 600. So you can see similarly all the orders have been placed except for E. So E has still not placed a target. So target is question mark. So now again let's say X and Y end up trading at 600 rupees. Right? So market slightly falls and they end up trading at 600 rupees. So what will this do? So the stop loss at 600 gets triggered. And what is the next available ask price here? The next available ask price is obviously 650. So the trade gets taken place at 650 rupees. So once a trade happens at 650 rupees, this will in turn trigger the stop loss of D, because D has placed the stop loss at 625 and the trade has happened at 650. What does that mean? The stop loss is again triggered. So this triggers the stop loss of D, and which is the next available ask price? It is 800. So D will actually trade this quantity with C at 800 rupees. When this happens, this will again trigger the stop loss of F, because he has kept a stop loss of 750 rupees. Trade has taken place at 800 rupees. But there is a problem. When this thing happens, right, there is no ask price anymore. There is no seller in the market. What will happen, or what does that mean? Whichever is the next available price, it will be getting cleared at that. So for example, let's say you come in now and place a sell order at 5,000 rupees, and the order is going to actually get cleared at 5,000 rupees for F. Why exactly that happened? Because he had placed a stop loss market order where he had instructed clear the order at the next available ask price. So in case if he had placed a stop loss limit order at 750 and 770 or 750 and 800, then no trade will be taking place over this particular price. So that's why it becomes very important for us to understand how the stop loss market scenario works. So in this case, who can blame whom? Can F blame E or D or C or B or A? He can't blame any one of them. Can he blame the exchange? No, he can't blame the exchange also, because that's how the stop loss market mechanism works. So the last example was a perfect way to understand how freak trades take place. So we saw that in case of F, there were no orders on the ask side. So whichever order came in, the order would actually get cleared at that particular price. So now we will see what exactly happened yesterday. So yesterday at 10:29:59 seconds, so this is a screenshot taken from Twitter, you can see the total quantity traded is 2,52,000 in 1 second. So that is 2.5 lakh in 1 second. But if we actually take a look at total number of orders otherwise, so you can see that in this particular picture, usually this contract had an average of 68,000 quantity on the ask side. So totally 68,000 quantity are available at the ask side, but the quantity traded is 2.5 lakh. So what happened to remaining 1.9 lakh? So in this particular second, only around, or in this particular moment, only around 68,000 quantities can be filled. So in that case, what is happening to remaining 1.9 lakh? So whatever order comes in the market at whatever price, the order is actually going to get executed at that price. So even here, the entire 68,000 quantity won't be in this range of 420 rupees. Maybe in this around 50,000 quantity will be in the range of 420 to 500 rupees. So remaining maybe 10,000 quantity will be in the range of 500 to 700 rupees. Maybe another 5,000 quantity will be in the range of 700 to 1000 rupees, and so on. So what would have happened is once the stop loss is triggered, it would have caused a domino effect to fill all these prices. So once these prices start to get filled, it will trigger furthermore stop losses of different people. So someone would have placed at 720, someone would have placed at 540. So all these stop losses will trigger, and later at one point what happens is there will be no ask quantity at all. So this will be completely zero, and whichever new order comes in, the order will actually get executed at that particular price. So now the question is, who can place so many orders in a matter of second? Big HFTs and algos can actually place orders up to 200 to 500 orders per second. So now if this way around 20 firms are working, around 10,000 orders can be placed in a particular second. So now you can estimate how exactly so many quantities actually got traded. And one more important thing what you have to note is just to show that the stop losses are triggered and the contracts are closed, the open interest for this particular strike price dropped all the way from 8 lakh to 4 lakh when this incident took place. So you can see this on Sensibull at 10:30 am. The open interest was somewhere around 800k just before this trade took place. But after this trade took place, you can see in the next 5 minutes, open interest has dropped to 435k. So there's a huge dip in open interest because when these trades take place, there will be so much amount of contracts being closed. So this is the perfect case of what happened with F in our example. So we just discussed about one example because whatever orders came in the market, so it got cleared at that particular price. So this is how the stop loss market mechanism works, and it is important for us to know because we don't become victim of freak trades ever again. So what is the solution to this? The only solution is to place stop loss limit order. So for example, let's say you place a stop loss limit at 500 as trigger, right? And if you place 510 as your limit price. So in very rare occasions, you can also place 520 just to be on the safer side. In very rare occasions, so when I say rare, something like 99.99% of the times, you will not find any problem. But in remaining 0.001% of the times, this might actually get missed. So for example, there might be a sudden fall which actually triggers the stop loss, but the entire fill won't happen before 520. Even in that case, you get an opportunity actually maybe to exit at 550 or something like 570 or even 600. This is still better than you sending your order something around 1921 rupees. So even if the stop loss limit gets missed, you can still clear it at 100 rupees higher or maybe even 150 rupees higher, and it is way better than clearing it at 1500 rupees higher. So why can't NSE do anything about it, or what can NSE do is the last part we'll be discussing in this video. And obviously before there was a solution to this where NSE had kept a freeze limit. So when there was a freeze limit, it technically meant if the price surged beyond a point during a particular period of time, the option would freeze. So beyond this point, the option actually couldn't trade. So you had to wait for the option to unfreeze before you could actually trade in this particular option. So the problem that caused was during expiry day, when there were low premiums like 20 rupees and so on, what used to happen was the option would, during the end around 2 o'clock and so on, the option would freeze somewhere around 80 rupees. So the market will be falling in front of your eyes and you can't do anything about that because the option is in freeze. So till the freeze actually goes, you won't be even able to take any trade. And this is an issue which used to happen every week. So not once in a while. So every week this would be the issue. And it would really cause a lot of trouble to many people. Let's say you have shorted this at 50 and you have placed a stop loss at 100, right? So it has actually got stuck at 80 assuming, right? So now the market is falling in front of you and you won't be able to clear it. And when the freeze opens, it will start trading at 160. So your stop loss is completely missed and it is now trading at 160 rupees. So what would you do? You will actually have a huge loss. So to fix this problem, they removed the freeze limit. So that means the option price no longer freezes, but that has led to a new problem of the freak trades. So freak trades definitely have a solution. There is nothing to worry about it because with this new rule, it has actually fixed the problem of option prices freezing. And the other solution to freak trades is just to place a simple stop loss limit order. So by placing a stop loss limit order, now you no longer have a freeze price. Plus, you no longer have to worry about freak trades. So that means you have solved all of your issues just by placing a stop loss limit order. So the thing is, these freak trades, what we have, right? So they fall perfectly in with the legal system. So they are not something illegal, because the market, there are no orders, so it is getting cleared at market orders. So that's the reason it is important for us to understand how the market mechanism works, so we become more educated and we place the right type of orders to prevent ourselves from freak trades. And I hope this video has actually helped you to gain some insights on how exactly a freak trade occurs and why exactly the option price shot up for 37,100 PE. So if you have learned something from this video, or if you are liking the content on this channel, then please do hit the like button, share this video with as many people as possible, because it is important that retailers know how exactly the stop loss market mechanism works, so they don't place this again. And finally, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for joining, guys, and I'll be seeing you soon in the next video.